Airbnb, short-term rentals, hot topic, and relatively, it's still a very young industry. Ton of growth, a ton of change. Like we don't know what the industry will look like in 5 or 10 years from now, other than it's going to continue growing. For those who are looking to get in to this, get their first short-term rental, I know you have a lot of people asking you this question.
Yeah.
What's your advice?
So, what I would tell you, don't wait, right? And it's a great industry, but you've got to know your numbers. If you know your numbers, you're going to be successful. Now, if you're going in and just getting started, right? There are many, many mentors out there. I mean, you can come hang out with us at the boot camp, and learn from us 3 days live in person, or you can maybe jump on one of our webinars, one of our online trainings, or it didn't have to be me. Go out there. And if you're thinking about it right now, don't think anymore. Stop being on the fence, jump over that fence and go get it, right? Imagine if all this one rental did bring you $2,000 a month. Would that be worth it? Imagine if it made the change in your portfolio so that, maybe you could change your 5 long-term rentals into short-term rentals, and then you hire someone to sort of manage that, right? And at the end of the day, instead of making $400, now you have a portfolio that is netting you $8,000, right? Would that be worth it and change your life? That's what you got to ask yourself. So waiting, and having that one property or those 5 properties and not jumping into business, knowing what you're missing out on, is for me, is I would, not take that road, but most people do. They're like afraid, they're scared,
Yeah.
right? So go get it out there, right? Don't have to be from us. It could be from anybody out there. A lot of people doing this business, right? But get started right now.
And there's a lot of risk management that you can put in place. So arbitrage or experience that, where you get like a master lease. So you don't actually have to buy the property. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have lease obligations, because you do. But it's not like you're having to go out and take a 200, 300, $400,000 loan. But I think one of the biggest things, the biggest opportunities that short-term rentals provide, and especially the platforms like Airbnb and VRBO, making it easier to do this, is it gives us all the ability to run a McDonald's business. And what I mean by that is, there's an old story. Ray Kroc was asked, like, "Hey, what business are you in?" And he said, "I'm in real estate." And they're like, "What? Like, no, you're in the hamburger business." He goes, "No, I'm in real estate. We have a hamburger stand that pays for the best real estate all over the world." So the Airbnb, VRBO, short-term rentals allows that model. It allows regular folks like us,
Mhm.
who don't have millions of dollars in our back pocket, to afford prime real estate and have someone else pay for it. Customers who are willing to go there. And now, if you want to do it as a business, there's margins and math to make sure that works. If you want to do it where you just want a guest house somewhere that you can go frequent a couple times a year and then have someone else at least just break even on it, that's another way you can look at it. But ultimately, that model allows us to run a McDonald's, basically a real estate type McDonald's business, anywhere we want. I think that's truly amazing.